Hello, welcome back to Tuesday TaleSpire, building this thing to keep on the Borderlands. And guess what? It's fine. It's 100% okay. Had a bit of a scary week after the Chimera update. Not gonna lie, had a mini freak out when they first did the update, because I wasn't able to open this. It was like, nope. No thanks. I wasn't able to open any of the maps I've made, which was kind of like, oh no. But they did so many updates in the intervening week. Oh man, did they do so many updates. Like sometimes 2 or 3 a day. So it's working. There's only one very small problem. And it's a negligible problem. You can see off in the distance, there's some minis floating above above the keep. I just have to put them back where they go. That's it. That's the only problem. I'll take it. I'll take that minor issue over what I was experiencing last week, which was a mental breakdown. Let's be fair, it was a mental breakdown. So yeah, all I gotta do is shift click and then just put them right where they're supposed to go. Haj Galashi, what? 5 months? That's less than 6. It is. It's true. It's true. Thank you so much for the sub, and welcome back to the stream, where we're continuing to build this thing. And yeah, I mean, we could spend the stream putting the tokens back where they're supposed to go, but as you can see, it's probably going to be most of the stream. Look at this mess. Look at him. Oh, it's kind of merged with each other there. The horses are floating above this. What is this mess? But hey, it's a must. Thank you for farting on my new emote. Thanks, Haj Gulashi. That's appreciated. Thank you. Anytime. Alright, let's get back to the dungeon. The fartless dungeon. There are no farts down here, Haj Gulashi. I'm kidding, there are probably farts. It's right under the sewer. Of course there are farts. This is nothing but That's what you think. Yeah, I'm wrong. I'm wrong in my thoughts. What did we do last time? We did the room with the shamblers. Where are the shamblers? There they are. Hanging out. Being shambly. Oh, let's go into build mode. Whoa. Oh, that's right, they're hidden. Aha. Wait, are they hidden? They are hidden. Yes, they are. Oh, wow, they changed the way that the hidden stuff looks. That's new. Okay, cool. Let's turn on our grid and move our grid here, or at least out of our visual path. Turn on our flashlight. And you'll notice something. Previously, the clipping option was right here. They have done away with that because now it clips by default. So that's kind of cool. I do like that. And I think I'm going to get into this with the thing that we've all been waiting for, which was the arbitrary token rotation, which I know I've been waiting for and have been very hyped about. So let's see what we got. Okay, so they moved the asset library. So up here, all we have now are the unique creatures and the game log and the chat. Oh, it's chat. But they moved the actual tokens and tiles and stuff down here. So you have the creatures, you have actual building assets, split up into categories, and then you have basically a thing that's it was where all of the props were, quote unquote props. They have that now in its own menu that has subcategories, which is very nice. So you don't have to go scrolling through the props to find what you want. It's now in its own category. Oh, that's new. They got a freaking this. What? That's awesome. That's a new thing. Oh, they got oh, they split up some of the, what is it? Oh, some of the items, so they're now individual. That's cool. You got that. You got a bellows, a broom. That's pretty cool. And just 2 different curtains. Nice. All right. So while we're in build mode, while we're down here, the one thing I wanted to do was lights, because they added. Someone was listening. They added torch sconces. So we can now add those in. Now, if only I can remember how to rotate things. Let's see. Whoop. Oh, I remember. Okay, so wait. No. That didn't do it. Yeah, they changed the controls too. So there's gonna be a lot of me doing wait, no, wait. How do I do this now? Wait. Which, not looking forward to, but hey, it's fine. Alright, so that just does that. That gets rid of it. This places it, but I want to, okay, whoa, nope. Alright, if I do this, I can, no. If I do this, I can, wait. Okay, that copies that, right. Alright, that deletes it still. Cool. I want to rotate it. Well, I can do that. We could always do that. I want to arbitrarily rotate it. How do I do that? To the help menu! Toggle help. I toggled help. It didn't help. Oh, here we go. Other settings. Compass enabled. Creature snap to grid. No, I don't want that. Settings underneath are experimental and unfinished. We're exposing them as a way to test them out. Okay. I don't see any settings. Oh, these 2 settings. There are no... Oh. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Alright. Camera controls, building controls. Toggle grid, build light, rotate 90 degrees, selection tool, toggle build mode. Yeah. Sample grid height is H. Alright, other creature, other flashlight, toggle box. Go to board center. That's new. I didn't know that was a thing. F7 and F8, you can switch between player and game master mode. That's neat. Photo mode is F6. Cool. Good to know. Let's see. Hide creature. Oh, neat. Alright. Camera control, shared modifiers. Slide up. Rotate object modifier. Alt. Okay. Is it okay? So we want Alt. Was I hitting Alt? I was hitting Control like a jerk. Aha! There it is. Ha 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 ha. Alright. So, all we do is that. Whoops. Now we want it. There we go. And, oh, there we go. So we get it where we want it. And then we hold Control, and that will let us go up and down where we want it. So we want it right there. And we should really have, left it right there. Okay, there we go. And we want to put it, I see. Control locks you vertically. Whoops. It's a little, there we go. And put it there. Cool. They're a little lopsided. That's fine, because we can do this. For control. Control. There. Close enough. Whoa, that's not right. Oops. There we go. I want to do that one up a little bit. There we go. Okay, we got there. There, torch sconces that are out. Done. Did it. Whoa, did not want to do that. So yeah, the move the cursor, I guess is the easiest thing to call it, to a position is now double right click instead of double left click, which kind of threw me off from the start. But I figured it out. There we go. And I can no longer move the grid quickly, or at least I don't know what the shortcut for that is anymore. So I guess we'll figure that out. Alright, so let's move the grid. Oh, actually, there is this. If we do the sample height, we can now just kind of do that, and that'll move the grid where we want, kind of quickly without having to fumble with this slide bar over there. Okay, we're good. We got it. Let me pop open my Acrobat file here. Whoops. We want that. Yes, open that, please. Please open that. Thank you. All right. You can see the massive donjon map that we generated just so we had a bunch of rooms. We are definitely not following that floor plan. We are just using the features in each room to build a weird map, a weird dungeon. All right, so I think we were in the 20s. Yes, we had that one we heard already. Acid spray, what's in here? Yes, that was that. Yeah, the room with treasure. Yep, we had that. Teleporter crystal, absolutely. Here we are. Here, yes, shambling mounds. 5 shambling mounds. That is where we were. Awesome. Let me condense this a little bit so I can see it there. All right, so we're on room 29. Carved stone statue stands on the west side of the room, and someone has scrawled, "Twist the cog to reset the trap" on the east wall. Whoa. Hey, El Tazimi. Thank you so much for coming back. Favorite dungeon stream. Yeah, it sounds a little bad. Phrasing. Let's see. Carved stone. Yeah, gibbering mouthers. They like their gibbering mouthers in this dungeon, man. I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think we're going to throw any Far Realm threats into this mix. But, however, I think we're going to do the room that goes on, splits off in this direction. Yeah. And I think it's going to meet up with, ooh, I don't have my, they don't have the, oh wait. Oh, it isn't a thing anymore. That's interesting. The highlight, the F, the spotlight, they don't have it anymore. Well, you can see my cursor. That's fine. Well, so it's going to line up with this room, and I think this room's going to be a weird, narrow thing. Yeah, I think that, yeah. It's just going to be a weird, narrow situation. So yeah, torch sconces, looking good. We got that. Oh, we can now move this where we want. Kind of. I think. We want to turn the grid off. Is that? Oh yeah. How do we move it independent of the grid? That is a very good question. Let's see. Drill controls. Oh wait, was it this? Creatures? No, we have that off already. Been meaning to ask, does TaleSpire allow map exports, like a top-down kind of thing? Not to my knowledge, no. That would be cool, but I don't believe they have that currently. They have a photo thing that we just saw, photo mode, whatever that does. Let's see what that is. Is it just like screenshot? Oh wow. Oh, it is. It's like a screenshot. So kind of, if you did this, if you really wanted to, you can kind of zoom out There you go. So yes, with an asterisk. If you consider this an export, you could kind of do this. It's not perfect, but maybe it works. Maybe it. Whoa, we're getting. Let me get out of photo mode here. There we go. I lost my. Oh, there it is. All right, we're good. All right, let's scroll down here. Whoa, whoa. Trying to figure out how to use it if my players decide not to jump on. One thing you could do, and it will depend on your setup. And it isn't ideal because if you have hidden things, they'll be able to see them. If you ever go into DM view, they'll be able to see, you know, what you're hiding. But if you share your screen, basically, and they tell you where they want to move their tokens, and you move their tokens and all that kind of stuff. So basically, you'll show them the board. They won't be able to interact with it individually, but you could move their tokens and stuff. You just have to be sure to either turn off the share if you have to go into DM view and change something, or anything like that. That would be the only way I could think of to get around that if your players don't want to buy into it or don't have the option. Some players just, well, like, they don't have Steam, they don't really want to get a Steam account. I mean, Steam account is free. Yeah, you could just pop an overlay. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have players in my home game that they like the concept of this, but they're not like in a position to purchase it or, you know, get a Steam account just for this or anything like that, which is understandable. I mean, I got a Steam account forever ago. I forget what I even got. Oh, obviously I got it for Skyrim. I was like, wait, why did I get Steam? Oh, right, Skyrim. Yeah, it's all, you know, it all depends on the players you have and what they're willing to invest in. Let's see. So this room, we have determined, just like the Steam, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it was kind of a slippery slope because once I had Steam, I was like, oh, I can just download all these games if I just pay some money. I don't have to go to a store. Like, oh, well, I'll just get this. You know, maybe someday I'll play it. And I just have a library full of games that I never played. Yep. But yeah, it does seem like if you were able to get this like through like TaleSpire itself, through Bouncy Rock itself, if they had their own thing where you just download it and they would do updates kind of like Blizzard or whatever, but not go through, or GOG, something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I recently got GOG for a game I backed on Kickstarter because it was the only way I could get it for PC. Because for some reason, the Steam version only had Mac, and at the time when I backed the game, I had a Mac, but now I have a PC. So there you go. Lots of things change in the course of a Kickstarter. When you back a Kickstarter and you're waiting for it, like, whew, yeah, exactly. All right, so this room, we are going to do, I guess, the same thing we did last time. The easiest way is to do that, and then throw one of these down. And where are my building assets? There they are, down at the bottom. Man, it's going to take a second for me to get used to that. Doors are still in the same place. They threw hatches in with the doors, so that's kind of neat. This is technically the south entry. Okay, does it have a south entry listed on this room? No. Alright, so just, you know, whatever we want. Whatever we want. They're all wooden doors, so we're just going to use a wooden door. Works for me. Boop. There we go. Cool beans. And now, the room itself. I think we're going to make it big enough to meet up with this door. So, let's see. Go ahead and bring that all the way over there. And then we can bring this wall all the way over here. And past it a little bit. And go that way, but not too far. There we go. And I just need a corner. Boom. Corner piece. Corner piece. And the rest of the wall. Cool. Alright, so my quick bar is still has my tiles in it. Good. So I can just click and drag. There we go. There's the floor. Done and done. So, let's see. What is in this room? It is a statue. A carved statue stands against the west side of the room, and someone has scrawled, twist the cog to reset the trap on the east wall. Alright, the west side of the room, which would be over here. And as far as statues goes, we could do a gargoyle, which is in the tokens, or what is it? Unsorted? Nope, that's just the big chest in there. Camping containers, food, drink, furniture, grim. Oh, they added wall chains, which was kind of neat. Ooh, that's the wrong command. Alt. Wait, that's spacebar. Alt. There, now we can rotate it. Ay. See, now these we can place wherever. And if we hold down Alt, we can do that. Whoops, that's not right. Oh my god, it's so touchy. Let me zoom in. And just select that. Thank you. There we go. Whew. So yeah, we got a bunch of new stuff to play around with. Yeah, like some chains hanging from walls and chains for the floor. You came for a dungeon stream. This is a dungeon stream. You know, chains and stuff, right? This is what you came for. This stuff. Look at that. That's terrifying. All right. I don't think we're gonna put that in here. We could definitely put it in this room over here. That's for sure. Kinky dungeon stream. Not that kind of stream. It's in furniture? Where'd they put the frickin'... Oh, they have overturned... table flip! They put in a table flip! There's a table flip. Awesome. So is the arbitrary placement now just a thing? Do I have to... Hold on. Let me try this. Let's see. Let me get this back up here. We can hold down Alt to kind of change the angle slightly. And now we can kind of put it wherever. Or do we have to hold down Shift? Oh, we do still have to hold down Shift to kind of put it into stuff. There you go. Arbitrary placement. Look at that. Not on the grid. Love it. Love it. All right, so we're gonna leave it the way it was. And we can actually now kind of fade. Well, actually, we do want to rotate it this way. There we go. And now kind of fade it into the wall. There, because it was part of the torture device. Beautiful. Do I prepare my encounters based on the party composition, classes, and so forth, or do you generally generically inserting keep? I'm kind of generically. I kind of set this dungeon as a 12th level dungeon, and I selected the threats through the dungeon website. I selected it as vermin, which I think it's like bugs and stuff, and also things that are typically indigenous to a dungeon without being, hard to justify it still being there. Like if they encounter bandits, like if they encounter, I don't know, like a living thing down here, most living things down here. It's like, oh, well, how did this get down here? A. B. How's it still alive? If there's like, if it has nothing to eat. So that was my worry, is like when I made this list to kind of use, that was my thought process. Like, well, I can't put anything down here that's going to be not a typical dungeon creature that you won't find. Like the mimics are in dungeons all the time, and it's built into their story. They live in dungeons. It's what they do. That's their biome. Is the dungeon. The shamblers, they're plant creatures, and the way I have these is that they're mushroom shamblers. So sure, that makes sense. There's some decaying matter down here, at least in this room. And plus, this room is fed by a little bit of the sewer water, because the sewer is right there. Actually, that's a secret passage that leads from the guild house basement to the warehouse. And I had forgotten about that. But that's fine. We have that. But yeah, I was trying to make it scaled for a 12th level party and make sense, basically, for this dungeon and the location. Because it's an abandoned dungeon, so it's not like... If it was inhabited by something, then I would be like, okay, so we'll throw in... oh, and I just realized that you guys can't really see the building assets while this thing is up. Here, let me hide that. And my face, hello! I'll hide that while I'm building, and we'll bring it up only when we need to reference it. There we go. Yeah, these new little chains and stuff. So yeah. Did they always have a guillotine? I think they have. Yeah, they've always had that. That's nothing new. Fences. That's nothing new. Food and drink. They've separated these out now, so you can place individual cups and flagons on stuff, and plates of food, which is really cool. Furniture. They now have regular chairs, so we don't have to always use this chair for everything. Which is neat. Yeah. What is this? Oh, that's a bench. Got it. Got ladders. Okay, yeah, that's their own thing. Misc exterior. Here we go. Here are the statues. Okay. Oh, that's right. We have this little guy. We'll use him. We'll use him, and we'll use a something to put him on. Oh, that's where the harbor posts went. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Misc interior. Oh, we can put him on one of these. Alright, again, getting used to the controls again. Because they are, So, is there a way for me to hold something down so this sticks to the grid? Like, I like the arbitrary placement, but also the option to stick to the grid is a very real thing. Alright, I think if our aim is good, we should be set. Alright, so west wall, we got that. Let's move our... Actually, if we can do this, we want to go right about there. And then Misc exterior, grab our little gargoyle, and then we're gonna hold down shift and just kind of place him right there. And it looks like he's sitting on a purple thing. That's kind of neat. All right, cool. I like it. And then we can once again. I wish there was a shortcut for this thing, the sample height, because then we can easily, quickly move our grid again. Oh well, not a big deal. So we can also throw down some. Oh yeah. These don't have to apply to the grid anymore. Yes! So I can just kind of do this. Yeah. And this. Oh, baby. Look at that. Love it. Love it. Love it. Place one of these just to make this look a little more abandoned. Yeah. Maybe we move this slightly because it's sticking out. There we go. All right. Cool. Excellent. So let's see. So there's the statue. What about other stuff? Carved stone statue stands on the west side of the room, and someone has scrolled, twist the cog to reset the trap on the east wall. Okay. Well, east wall is way over here. So what cog are they talking about? There aren't any real cogs in here. Traps and treasure, though. Let me see what's... Oh, there are no new traps. Well, we could put something like this down. Which could be construed as a cog, I guess. Let's see. We also have bear traps. Which actually clamp. Hold on. Get out of build. Whoa, huh. Didn't want to do that. You get out of build mode. And we can do... Whoops. Aw, he's not doing it. Wait a minute. Huh. The bear traps used to clamp shut. Am I just not... Oh, there we go. Yeah, door open. Huh. Weird. Alright, well, they used to clamp shut. Alright. Whoop. Uh-oh. Did I do something? Did I mess something up? Is this a bug? Oh, there we go. Now we're back in build mode. Whew. Alright, let me just get rid of that. Alright. So, let's see. Where do we put... What do we put and where do we put it? Those are two questions. Two separate questions. I'm gonna say we can use this guy and just put it in the center of the room. In clear view. Where they can clearly see it. Right there. Perfect. And is there anything we can put on top of it to kind of make it look like a cog? Probably. Let's see. We'll move that there. Alright, that's on top. Cool. No. Nature. Lots of nature stuff. Oh, they put the crystals in with that. Cool. And mushroom. Wow. Ocean. Oh, that's the harbor stuff. Snow, roots. This is new. Or was that from the swamp? It was probably from the swamp. House that. Cool. Mist interior. Anything in here? Not really. Okay. Mist exterior. Excuse me. Yawns. Lights. They put the jack-o'-lantern in with the lights. Yeah, I mean, definitely is a light. Ladders, grim. No, not really. Furniture. No. Oh, here we go. Maybe if we just use a plate. We just put that there. That might work. Oh, they have a basket of stuff. They have a new basket of stuff. Looks like potatoes. Awesome. Let's see. Do we want to use this? Or this? Or this? I would say this one. Probably. Just put it right there. Or over just a hair. Just a little bit. Oh gosh, placement is so weird from this perspective. Nope, that's way off. Right about there? Oh, jeez. Sure. It's gonna bug me. Too far. Nope. Nope. Come on. Just There? Oh my gosh. I made it worse. Alright, we're just gonna... Cool. Yeah, that's fine. In the interest of just saying, screw it. Moving on. Let's move on. Alright, so there's that. To dress it up... Oh, they got bread. They got a little bread. Sorry, I just keep noticing new stuff. Oh yeah, and we can change the size of the tokens here in the menu, so we can see them better. That's pretty cool. Furniture. Oh, they have empty bookshelves. Whoa! Look at that. And an actual. Oh, that's a shelf. Ah, I see. Cool. Cool. Yeah, empty shelf. That's pretty rad. Flip stuff, because sure. Got a shelf full of stuff. Alright. Chairs. Okay. Trying to find something interesting. You know what? We can do these guys. I know what to do. Hold on. Whoops. I want the grid. I want the grid to be about there. And we want this thing. And we want it to be like that. And we're going to pop it into the corner. I love that I can do this now. Oh, you have no idea. Oh man, that's awesome. That is so cool that we can do that now. Let's get another one. Alt, off in that direction, and in the corner. And in that direction, and in the corner. Is that... Oh, there we go. Boom. Ha 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 ha. Awesome. So, twist the cog to reset the trap. Is what it said. Is what it says over here. I'm also gonna go ahead and put some. Or actually, yeah, I can actually put a note there for that, and I think I will. So we go our good old note-taking process. What is this? What is under monstrous? Have they added anything new here? Oh, they said they actually added a manticore. There he is. Or a chimera. There he is. There's a chimera. Boom. Why is it hidden? Oh, is it because I'm in build mode? No. Whoops. I didn't mean to grab that. Oh, there we go. There he is. There's a chimera. New chimera. Whoa. There we go. Dope. Looks dope. Alright. Let's get rid of him. So we want something with which we... Oh, no thanks. Don't want to roll a d4. Something to take a note. We've been using slimes. We're just going to continue to use slimes. And hide that. And then go... Oops. That's cap lock. Nope. Turn off cap lock, please. Thank you. Tab. Go in here. GM tools. Set size to small. And GM tools rename. Here I can just do. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't. Oops. There we go. Twist the cog to reset the trap. All right. I was gonna try and just copy and paste it out of the PDF, but whew, that PDF is set up weird. All right. Twist. Here, let me twist the cog to reset the trap. Trap. Twist the cog to reset the trap. There we go. And now when we do this, boop, we can see the note. Twist the cog to reset the trap. That's what it says on that wall. Cool. The trap is probably going to be water spilling in from from these gargoyles in the corner. That seems legit to me. seems like what would happen. Well, let's go back into here. And what do we want? Crafting? Let's ooh. That's cool. Oh, that's just the laboratory. Oh yeah, laboratory stuff. Containers. They got an urn now. Kind of neat. Coffins. Standalone jug. Nice. And little, oh, they got little potion bottles and stuff. Oh, that's so cool. And this thing. Nice. Alright. Yeah, I have to get used to the controls again because it's a little wonky, but it's cool. I like it. We are in good shape. Let's see. Another part of the trap, I think. If we put this bowl just here. And maybe part of the trap is as the room is filling with water, you have to fill the bowl with some water and just pour it into this thing's, we'll say that this thing's mouth is kind of upturned or pointed toward the ceiling, and you just pour water in its mouth and then the trap stops. Sure. That seems, it's a very simple trap and the players will probably get it, but you know. They have one of these without the goo in it. Oh, sweet. So we can put plants in this one. That's so cool. Well, we've been using this one and then clipping plants into it to make it look like potted plants. But the green goo made it look a little weird, but this doesn't have the goo in it. So, awesome. That's pretty cool. Alright. So, yeah, we're going to do some more debris. I was trying to find it, but you know what? Since we already have it on the map, we can just copy it. Why do more work? And we'll rotate it slightly that way. The green is Soylent. All good. We got that. And... Oops. Hold down Shift. So yeah, clipping is now eclipsed by default. As long as you hold down Shift and you're on the right level on the grid, you can clip into wherever you want to go. So holding down Shift keeps you on the level with the grid. And oh, now my cats are play fighting in the background. You can probably hear them. But yeah, now it clips by default. So all you have to do is hold down Shift. You don't have to turn it on or off. It just is. Which is very helpful. I'm going to put a gap there and just put some like right here. And maybe a little bit more like that. Maybe rotate it completely. There we go. And there. Another bit over here. Whoa, hold on, Shift. There. So Alt changes the height. Shift lets you move along that plane. Alright. I'm less explaining it to everyone else and more reiterating it to me so I learn it. These are some new controls. You gotta get used to. Alright, there. Another little bit here. And some over here by the statue. Maybe around the base of the statue. There we go. Whoop. think that's enough. Alright, and also, kind of want to do some of these along the... Well, I guess those are on the floor. You do a couple of these on the wall. Like, how about this guy? So, trying to get my bearings as to where exactly I am, and it's tough because it looks like I'm right against the wall there, but if I rotate, I was actually not anywhere near it. So if I hold down shift, that brings me a little bit closer. However, there we go. So I have to hold down Alt, adjust the height, then hold down shift, and that puts me where I want to be, more or less. Cool. Okay, getting the hang of these. These are new. These are new tools at my disposal. All right, so Control will get us to the level, and then Shift lets us move along that horizontal. So there, and yeah, that's about right, and it's level with the other one. That's really all that matters. So we'll just put a couple of these around, maybe a bigger one over here. Oh, we're still... Okay, cool. So we're still on the same horizontal. So all I got to do is hold down shift. Perfect. Perfect. Boom. There you go. Chains on the wall. I mean, it is a dungeon. It's gonna have chains and stuff. And probably an empty torch sconce now that we are also on that matter. So let me rotate it, get it to the right level, and again we are on the same horizontal, so all I got to do is move it where I want it, and I guess we're putting it right next to the door, otherwise it would be on the floor because that wall is destroyed. Everywhere except for right there. There we go. So now the door, the door get out of build mode. There we go. So the door opens right into... Oh, no. Alright, back into build mode. Hold on. We can fix it. We can fix it. So give me the door. We'll rotate it. And we'll turn it that way. There we go. And actually, if this is filling with water, we probably want to change the door, right? To heavy stone door. That would make more sense. So, doors. Right here. Still on doors. We want this guy, and make sure it's opening the correct way. Build mode to open it. Nope, that's wrong. Back into build. Flip it around. There we go. Doorknob on the right. Always remember, doorknob on the right opens in. There we go. And cool. So now, those could conceivably be watertight. Open the door, run into the room, immediately banging my head against the torch. Exactly. A d6 fire damage for the... Sure. Or you could do a d6 bludgeoning damage and one point of fire damage. There we go. So now it doesn't open into the gargoyle head or anything like that. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so there's that. Oh, I want to do a couple more of these weird chains. Let's see, Grim. A couple more of these weird chains. We'll do this guy. Hold down shit, actually. There we go. So, about there. There we go. Closer to the ceiling. Gotta throw in like other objects in this room, otherwise the PCs are gonna know exactly what to do. If you throw in these chains and stuff, half of them they're gonna be like, I'm gonna run over to the chains and start pulling on them. Alright. Sure, you do that. They are chains. They're in the wall. They feel kind of loose, but you think that has more to do with how long they've been here than than them actually being a mechanism for something. We can put some on the floor too, just to make it extra confusing. These are easy because you just place them along the plane. There's no. I can rotate them if you really want to make it interesting. Actually, we'll do this. Put some here, and I'll actually take this one. Whoops. Rotate it. Put it there. Rotate it. Put it there. And then we'll take this guy and we'll rotate it and put it there. There we go. Cool. That doesn't look like it was for something awful. And probably we'll put one hanging here. Whoops. Let's move that grid. And actually move it down one. And then I gotta say, being able to move the grid while you have the tile selected is pretty cool. Now that I'm actually working with it, because before you would have to, drop the token, go over here, adjust your slider to the level you want. Now holding down control and being able to adjust the height is amazing and very, very useful. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, I'd say this room is done. Very, very interesting. A fun little trap. A drowning trap. Always a good time. Always a good time for the PCs and DM. Alright. Fun. We got the fountain here. Very water-themed area of this map. Okay. Alright, so this room. Let's move on to this one. We'll see what this one is supposed to be. Turn on the PDF viewer once again. There we go. North entry, trapped, strong wooden door, arrow trap. Does not have a north entry. It has a west entry. Trapped and unblocked stone door. It's an iron door. Falling block. Ooh. Okay, sure. We'll say that this is a falling block. Oh, I gotta click in here. There. That's a falling block trap door. Fun. The floor is covered with perfect hexagonal tiles, and a rotting odor fills the room. Cool. We can revisit a thing that we've been doing. Whenever there's the rotting odor, we can, whoa, what is going on? Oh, hold up. Whoa, there we go. Did I accidentally find out how to, wait, what did I do? Did I hit, was it shift? No, it was not shift. Oh, I don't know what I did. Alright. There, I just need to get my sample height back. There we go. Cool. Alright. I don't know what happened. I accidentally did what I wanted to do, but not when I wanted to do it, which is always awesome. Alright, so this room is a very narrow corridor. We can actually kind of build it off of here, right? Off of that wall. And we just make it that big. And end it right about... Ooh, let me move this in a little. There we go. Cool. How did my grid move again? No, we're good. All right. Let me grab that, and we will... There. There's the room. Super simple. Or, I mean, we could come out to about here if we really wanted to. I guess so. Yeah, right about there. And then I'll need the corner piece, thank you. And, ooh. right. Well, actually, no, that's still fine, because we can just make it a pillar instead of a corner. Whoop. That didn't place. Weird. There we go. And then... Cool. Alright, so now we just need the floor, which we have in our quick bar. You zoom out a little bit, zoom in a little, and we can collapse that. So we can just do one epic click and drag. Boom, boom! Is that too far? That is too far. There we go. Alright. And now we just need 1 by 2. Done. Cool. Ooh, wait. We used the wrong floor. It said perfect hexagonal tiles. Alright. We have a thing for that. We have a thing. We can go into... castle. And this is as close as we got. We have diamond tiles. So it's gonna have to be diamond tiles. Cool. And do. And then this end of the floor, I think I'm just gonna use this one. Just to kind of match the other end. Like, why does this room have tiles like this? Well, probably a trap. It's likely a trap. It's a trap. To quote Admiral Akbar, it is a trap. It is a trap! He used proper English. He didn't use contractions. I'm kidding, he did. Alright, so that was that. Cool. What else is in this room? Why did I turn off the acrobat thing? We're still reading this. Perfect hexagonal tiles and a rotting odor fills the room. Alright, rotting odor. Well, for that we were using a gray ooze. Whoops, I don't want to close that. There we go. I don't want to use the shambling mounds again. Fish can't contract. It's true. It's very true. Mon calamari cannot contract. It's a thing with how their atmosphere of the planet that they live on. They're unable to contract. Look it up. Look it up, nerds. Let's see. So we're gonna do a gray ooze. Long story short, another gray ooze. Or two, probably. So they're just hiding in the cracks in the walls and in the floor. Probably in the floor. We can do 3. Let's do 3 gray oozes. Let's really rub it in that we don't like our players. And we'll throw 3 gray oozes at them. That'll be great. So let's set them as a large. Oops, do not want to roll d6. Thank you. He's also large. Actually, you know what? We can just make one and copy it. That's the smart, easy way to do it, right? Derp. GM tools, rename, gray ooze. Done. Rename. Even though he's green, he is gray. He's gray, dabu dee dabu da. That is not a song. Alright, so all you have to do is hide him, pop into GM view, and then how do we go? Oh, we have to make him unique to copy him. Oh man, for some I entered Roll20 mode. Where I could easily just copy and paste. I can't. No, wait. Player permission make you. If I make it unique, I can pull it from the unique sidebar. But I don't want to make it unique. I just want to. There's a freaking gray ooze. Just a freaking ooze. All right. So yeah, I guess we gotta make more. It's fine. It's fine. GM tools, set size, large. here. Whoa. What's going on? Oh, I gotta lock my thing. Here, hold on. There. Now, the slider won't move on me. Rename, once again, Gray Ooze. Done. And hide. Rename, Gray Ooze. Capital O would be very helpful. Thank you. Rename, and hide. Alright. Cool. So now we know there are three keep hitting cap lock. There are 3 gray oozes in there. Twist the cog to reset the trap. It's enough in the other room. And there we go. There's that room. Another room down. And it is also a dead end. So that's fun. Yeah. I mean, they could completely decide to skip this room. It's like, it smells awful. It's obviously some sort of trap. But really it's not. It's just they had a weird interior design choice in this room in particular. And it just happens to be inhabited by gray ooze. Alright, cool. So we're going to take our first little ad break, and when we come back, we're gonna build more stuff in TaleSpire with all the new features and bells and whistles and woofers and tweeters, chopped channeled cherry, Chimera Build. We're doing it. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Howdy. We are back. We're back to playing some TaleSpire, building the keep on the Borderlands, the classic D&D module B2, written by Mr. Gary Gygax himself. We are coming along. We are at the we're building a part that he did not write or design, although it was hinted at, I believe, in the original edition and in previous editions of Keep on the Borderlands, the Dungeon Underneath, wherein lies the great bandit treasure from the previous inhabitants, the bandit lord who previously inhabited the keep. Yeah, so we're building that dungeon, getting that money. We're not getting any money. We don't have any money. One thing I want to change here, I want to change let's get back in the build mode so we can see stuff. There we go. I want to change this and this door. So we actually need to, okay, move our grid there, right there, and copy this and put it right there. Done. Cool. Oh, a new thing I noticed is that when you hold shift, oh, never mind. I take it back. Forget I said anything. It looked like it did something there, but it obviously was not what I thought it did. Alright, cool. Moving on. We're going to change this to a stone double door. Just because aesthetically, it looks a little better. Make sure it's opening the correct way. Sure. That works. We're also going to do some sconces, and I'd say in this room, let's do some continual light torches, because those exist. Those exist. It's under lights and torch. Actually, do we want to do? They have fancy ones. They have these fancy gentlemen that we could use, or the your typical dungeon sconce, which I think we'll do. These seem to be more or less apropos for this dungeon. And let me get a little bit of a bird's eye view just so I can see how this is clipping into the wall. Is it the right height? I'd say that's pretty good. There we go. And we just move on over to the right and put another one. Done. There we go. Check that shiz out. Dope. Cool. Alright, there's that room. I don't think we really want to put anything in here. Why is this thing red? Interesting. And this one, oh, because I have it selected. Wait. Let me go back on that. Oh, right, they're hidden. Let me try this. And then go back into build mode. Weird. That one's red now. I don't know. Mystery. A mystery to solve. DuckTales might solve a mystery or rewrite history. You never know. All right, moving on. All right, that's that room. That room's done. Where is our acrobat thing? There it is. Scroll down. What's the next room? And where are we going to put the next room? All salient points. Oh, right. We were going to put a falling block trap. I think that's... Whoa. Are we... Is that just the way to do it now? We have to right-click? It's doing the thing that we wanted and couldn't figure out how to do. I guess now you just right-click. So double right-click moves your cursor. Right-click by itself quickly moves the grid where you want. That is very helpful and very good to know. And now I'm happy because that was the one control that I was not sure about. Ooh, yeah. I was not sure about. However, once you start clicking and dragging, it will move your grid again. Oh, I see. No, I don't. I don't see. Wait. No, that moves the height. That rotates it. You can see holding down Control gives you the little thing where you can move the height. Holding Alt lets you rotate it, which is cool. And yeah, you can do it after you place them, which is also really neat. I think these are those are still those are still stuck on the grid because it's still technically a tile and not a building tile and not a prop. There we go. So the way I understand it, some building tiles you can rotate, but all props you can rotate. So that's kind of neat. Okay, this room I will say is probably done. We should probably put something of interest on this back wall. Maybe. Whoa. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Jeez. Alright, so interest on the back wall. What do we put? How about, I know, we've got this new thing. This thing that we can do. Yeah, why not? That's interesting. Yeah, I guess that works right there. I think we're against the wall. We are. Alright, cool. Good placement. There you go. They're gonna be like, what the shiz is that? Let's go find out. And then they get attacked by oozes. Alright. Existing props will need to be replaced before you can use the new... Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I figured, because I tried to rotate this torture thing, and I couldn't, so... that is good to know. Thank you. Thank you very much. And welcome to the stream. Gazal1. Alright, so that is cool. We got that. There's the teleportation crystal. Where is that going to take... Where is that going to take the PC that touches it? That's a good question. Let's see. Let's try it. Let's move this up so it's in the wall. Just kind of stuck in the wall. Whoa. The lighting changed on that. That's fine. It's cool. Oh, there we go. There. Whoa. Ooh. Whoa. Let's try just replacing that. Let's go back into nature. Crystal rock. Sorry, having a syphilin-ollie moment there. Let's see. Oops, let's rotate it that way. Place it there. Then hold down this to move it up. Whoop! Still doing it. That's fine. Maybe we just leave it right where it is. or bear with me. Let's just move the grid first, right, and then place it like a normal person, like a smart person. There you go. That's all we were trying to do. That is all we were trying to do. It is now done. There. It's a little high, but actually, you know what? That's fine. That's perfect. That is fine. Cool. So, yeah, before getting mixed up with that, where is this going to take whoever touches it? I should also put a little note man. Our little note man. Here we go. There's a note man. And we're gonna exit build mode. We're gonna shrink him. We're gonna rename him. Teleport to, and we'll just put a classic classic dungeon moniker. So D1.12, and whatever room that is, we'll determine later. And then our last little GM tool. Oh, nope. Actually, it's not a GM tool. It's right here. Hide it. Boom. Hidden. So now when we go into GM thing, it tells you it teleports to D1.2. Cool. What D1.12 is, we have no idea. We will figure it out when we figure it out. Maybe it just teleports here. That would suck, because this is a trap. I think. Oh no, that's right. There was a shaft above this spot. Oh yeah. Or maybe it was below. That's right. We were gonna do above, but then we found out. Oh, right. That's right above. That doesn't work. All right. So yeah. Maybe it does just teleport you right here. That seems logical, kind of. I guess. Cool. Let's see. Back into build mode. And what is our next room? Our next room? Room 31. What's the feature? It is empty, but it has a bunch of traps. And a secret door. Wow. Okay. Concealed with an upright sarcophagus. We can't yet do that. But we can make it look like a sarcophagus. That would be neat. But we can't yet do that. Trap, get locked door, contact poison, falling block trap. Alright. Okay. Whoa. Oh, is it click drag? And that moves it to where? Okay, and then click. No. Weird. Like when I clicked back into TaleSpire for a second, could probably use coffin. Yeah. The problem is we gotta prop it upright. If we could rotate it along the Y, is it the Y axis? Or is it the, wait. X is up, down, Y is left, right, Z is back, forth. The Y, if we could rotate it along the Y axis, maybe. Let's see. But that is a big ask. So where are we going to put this room? First of all, where do we put it? And I think it's going to be probably here. Because I think this is kind of a good place for like an intersection for this corridor. Oh, sorry, here for this corridor. That's just kind of, going all this way, and then it splits off here, but it also continues off in this direction. But it'll be a room. Cool. Okay, so I like that idea. Let's do that. Let's move this. No, it's not going to let me do it. It's fine. We'll do it this way. I'm fine with that. It's completely fine. Alright, so how big? It's not going to be that big, right? Probably going to be, let's see. Just like, ooh, right. Ooh, whoa. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. There. Just like that. There. And that there, that there, that there, that there, and... Oh, we'll make this one fun. We'll put a little... Whoop. What happened? What happened? Oh, somehow we exited build mode. Weird. Oh, was it because I selected a token? Weird. Alright, that's fine. Not a big deal. Just gonna put that right there. Boom. Alright. And I think for this we're also gonna use the tiles without the floor tiles included. So I need this guy. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, weird. How do you drag from there to the quick bar? Oh no. You used to just be able to click and drag over to it, but now you can't. Is the phase bar is the quick bar being phased out? Maybe. Maybe. That's fine. So I need that, and I need some of these. Whoop. There. Whoop. Hold X. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Gazal1, with the inside info. Hold X. Haha. Cool. Excellent. Awesome. Thank you. Cool. All right. There's our intersection. Full of trapped doors. All kinds of trapped doors. So north, east, northwest, east, south. South has 2 doors. We're just going to do 1. Well, you know what? We could do 2. We just move this guy. Move this guy over here. And there you go. You got 2 south doors. Let's get crazy. Let's get nuts. To quote Prince. Let's see. The north door is a simple wooden door, concealed within an upright sarcophagus. Right. So, we're gonna put the door. Gonna open in sarcophagus on this side. How do we do that? Let's see. I believe it's interiors. Oh, it would be under here. No. It's not unsorted, I know that. Furniture. No. Oh, we could easily just do this, right? There's your upright sarcophagus. Nah. Let's see. Crafting containers. There they are. Coffin. We could say... Oh, here we go. We could say that it's just concealed behind some coffins. Oh, there we go. Ooh, hold on. Doot. Oh. Doot. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Let me move that one down. There we go. And... Ooh. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Alright, yeah, that works. But we also have to kind of make it look... We do that a different way. Nah, I think that's fine. so here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna use that, and we're gonna do that, and just make that a secret door. Cool. And we'll say that these sarcophagi are an illusion, just to make it easy. And we can obviously we can do a hide volume on it if we really want to. It would actually be pretty simple, and we can even do it in a way that includes the wall that's supposed to be a secret door. All right, let's give it a shot. Let's do it. So we go into DM eyeball mode, edit hide volumes. See, we already have one right there. We're gonna move our cursor to about where we want this volume to be, or start. And we're really just gonna look at the grid. The grid is our friend. So as long as we obey the grid, at least as I have learned, we should be okay. So we click over into there, and then we click up, and then anything that we've selected will be hidden. There we go. There we go. There's our hide volume, and now we can toggle its visibility. Visible. Excellent. And then we leave wizard eyeball mode. Ta-da! Alright, so now, whenever we want to hide it, we just do this, and then this, and then boom. Right click, toggle visibility. They discover it's an illusion, and they move through. Cool. So yeah, that is a secret door, and the secret is obvious there. Done. Back into build mode. Alright, so that was the north. Do we want to do a fancier tile for this center? I think it calls for a fancier tile. Let's see. What do we got? We got castle. There's some single tiles in here, like this thing. It's kind of neat. The little diamond one. That would be kind of neat. Desert Village has some neat stuff. But nothing really that speaks or works in a 1x1. That's really super fancy. We got cavern, no. Cobblestone, no. Dungeon, no. Did they add anything in dungeon? Ooh, oh, the prison things. That's right. Those are cool. Yeah, those are neat. I can definitely use these on another map. Absolutely. Cool. Alright. What do we got? Harbor, merchant, Morgoth. Morgoth has some cool ones. Flooring. Let's see. 1x1s. This one. That's kind of neat. Yeah, I like that one. Cool. Roof. Ooh. Oh. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Oh, or we could just use this thing. You know what? We are. Because that will really mess with the PCs. They'll be like, wait, what's that? I'm going to not step on that. Okay, fine. It does nothing, but sure. Alright. Or we could do this, just make it a pillar right there. It's kind of cool. I do like that. Maybe we'll do that. Let's see. We need to halfway in there. Grab that. Hold shift. Boom. There we go. Now it's level with the other walls. And there you go. There's your central thing. Alright, let's look at the other doors. West entry, secret. Doors concealed within a horrific torture. Another one of these. Okay. Okay, cool. So it's probably secret from the other side. From this side, it just looks like a stone door. Sure. So from the other side, it's going to look like it's concealed within a torture device. And we have options. Yeah, it looks like a pressure plate. Exactly. That's what we want the PCs to think. Oh, it's a pressure plate. I will try to not step on that. All right, fine. While meanwhile, every other tile in the room is a pressure plate. That is the evil way to do it. But no, it's just unique because it's a load-bearing tile, I guess. Alright, so that's a secret door. On the other side, it's concealed by or actually, if it's concealed on the other side by a torture device, let's use the rural wall. Just for there. There we go. And then that'll be whatever torture device we decide to put up against that. That's the secret door. Great. East entry, locked good wooden door. Cool. Hey, swarm of poisonous snakes. Hey, that's great. I ran a very fun encounter recently with several swarms of three swarms of poisonous snakes and a couple of bandits against a group of level 6 PCs. And there was like 3 bandits and three swarms of snakes, and there was 5 PCs, I think, 5 or 6 PCs. And the bandits were nasty because they had pack tactics and they did sneak damage when they had advantage, which is nasty. But I mean, they fell to, a good amount of damage to take them out. And the rogue in the party was just dropping them left and right. The problem was they were fighting in within an anti-magic field, or a dead magic zone, to be specific. So they can't cast spells. And the swarms of poisonous snakes have resistance to damages of slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning. So they were taking half damage from everything the PCs were doing. So it took forever to kill the swarms of snakes. So that's a fun little combo to do if your PCs don't mind a long battle. If your players don't mind a long battle, you can do that combination: an anti-magic zone with swarms of poisonous snakes. They'll hate you. Yeah, take away their ability to do area attacks with different damage types. The swarms are going to be real nasty. Okie dokie. Alright, what are the 2 south exits? So this wooden door is just locked. A locked good wooden door. Alright, so the 2 south entries. Trapped and locked good wooden door. Alright, so we'll just throw in one of those. Just do that. And the other one, trapped and locked. So it's a falling block trap. Awesome. And the other one's also trapped. Also a wooden door. Cool. So we can just do that as well. Cool. And that trap is a contact poison trap. Fun. Oh, this dungeon. This dungeon is wacky. Alright. Cool. So there is our intersection, our nexus, if you will. So that's going to lead off in that direction, literally to one room, because that's about all we can fit over here before we run into this thing. I think we have to determine where the PCs find the path further down into the dungeon, and I think we have. I think it's this, right? So this is going to drop away to a spiral stair that leads down to the next level. I think that's sort of where we landed on that. I think I like that, and I think we're going to stick with it. And the puzzle is basically you have to fill this recess in with water from these fountains. And once it's full, this will fall away and reveal the spiral stair that leads down. Good times. And this is also a way down, but you probably don't want to do that because it's painful. It's not. It's a shortcut, but it's a painful shortcut, potentially deadly. All right, cool. So let's look and see what the next rooms are. What are we doing? What are we doing? A large kiln and a coal bin sit in the northwest corner of the room, and the south and west walls are covered with goblin graffiti. Nice. A freeze ray trap. Nice. You know what? You know where that freeze ray trap's going to be? The least likely place, the kiln. So the PCs go over to the kiln, like, oh, look, there's a kiln. Let's interact with it. That's what they would say verbatim. Let us interact with this feature, and they will get freezing ray zapped. 10d10 cold damage, and they're restrained, so it literally freezes them in ice. Nice. That's pretty cool. The DC is pretty low for level 12 party. Don't get me started. Don't get me started about level 12 parties and their saving throws. Good luck getting them gummed up with anything with the saving throws. It doesn't say what type of save. It just says DC 15 save, or take 10d10 cold damage. I don't know. You could do either Dex or Con, I guess, in that instance. Well, it's a ray, right? So Dex. Right. So that's this room. We'll make it kind of small. We'll leave it somewhat small. So let's grab a tile from over here, and we'll build out. Say about that much. I don't want to make it. Again, I don't want to make it too big. Let's see, how many is that? So we did 7. Yeah. All right. And that will have to loop in. Ooh, I need a corner. There we go. There we go. So yesterday was pretty fun. I got to run a stream for Tour Guide Games. They had a panel for women in tabletop role-playing games, and what the community would look like if they were more included. I mean, obviously, your experience may vary, but I mean, as a whole, I think women are not as accepted in tabletop gaming as men. I mean, it's still in, I would say, I don't want to say the majority, but mostly viewed as a male hobby, right? And it shouldn't be. I mean, it's storytelling, and it's excellent. But anyway, it was a great panel, and we had Satine Phoenix and Renee Rhodes and our own Leah Leibseller from Tour Guide Games, as well as Keiko Zoll from Tour Guide on the discussion. It was good. I got to chat with Satine Phoenix and Renee Rhodes for a little bit, which was pretty cool. In between, I was not on the panel. I was just running things behind the scenes, running the stream, making sure it went okay. So if you want to watch that, head over to the Tour Guide Games Twitch. It should still be up there on VOD. It was a cool time. It was a great discussion. So definitely check that out if you are interested. It will be up on, and I think that they may have it on their website soon, so you can just watch it whenever. Because it'll only be up on Twitch for a little while, I think. But they will put that up on their website, I imagine. They will. They said they're going to put it up on everything. So, but that was neat. I got to kind of meet Satine and Renee yesterday, which was really awesome. So back to dish. Let's see. So this is going to be a dead end. And we've got the freezing ray trap and the kiln. Well, the closest thing we have to a kiln is the forge. So we're going to use a forge. We can actually kind of make a kiln. We can make a kiln. Oh, we can make a kiln. Here, with the tools provided to us, we can easily make a kiln. It's not that hard. All we have to do is go into dungeon. We're gonna grab this wall. And with clipping, we can kind of... Wait, where's the kiln? Kiln coal bin, sit in the northwest corner. Almost had it correct. Actually, that's very near the door, so we're just going to change the location altogether. We're going to put it over in this corner. Because that's a little far. We could just do that, right? Sure. So to make it look more like a kiln, what do? We can go into props. We can grab... what is it? Lights? Is it lights? No, it's not lights. Misc interior? No. Although, coal bin. Hello. Coal bin. Done. 100% on point. Tile needed. Grim furniture? I don't think it's under furniture. No. Fences, containers, camping. No. Crafting. There it is. There we go. Okay, so this we can also rotate. Yes. Yes. Perfect. All right. And we can put it arbitrarily wherever we want. So we're going to pop it into here, just to kind of conceal it, so that we got that there. Alright, and how do we make this look more like a kiln? Good question. Maybe we use something else. Oh, wait. If we can finagle this, I think we're in good shape. Let me grab this guy. And oh no, we can only do cardinal directions with this one. We can only do right angles with this guy. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it the other way. We'll figure something out. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Which actually, you know what? It's good that the actual building materials are still stuck to the grid, mostly, and that you can only turn them at right angles, because you can get really, really messed up if you start rotating stuff, because it's just going to look wonky. You want the guide. You want to have the guide there for you. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, if we could rotate that, I think, because that's very kiln-like. But I guess we don't have to do it exactly that way. Oh, because we can move this wherever. That's the key. So we just take this, right? Put it there. That's 100% fine. Ooh. Move that there. And then we just use other stuff to build this out. That and that and that. And then backfill it. There. And then we just pop this into the side. Boop. And there's your kiln. And we can actually just kind of push it back here if we want to hide it. Which maybe we do. Oh, actually also, we can... Oh, I guess we do just need to leave it like that. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's fine. And it's mostly hidden there. All we gotta do... Let's move this coal bin over here. And rotate it a little bit. Looks like a pizza oven almost, but hey, that's fine. Still waiting on small door. Can we do? No, I mean, well, actually, what if we do this? What if we put this door? Oh, because it's off center. That's right. No, never mind. Never mind. I think that's fine. I think that reads as a kiln. I mean, yeah. Come on. That's fine. And just to... Here, let me see. Sample for grid. Just to kind of... Well, I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. Let me see. It would have to be in here. We have to find something flat and wooden. What's this? It's just a thing of grain. That's neat. Gifts. We got those. We got... No. Fences. No. Crafting. No. Furniture. Kind of. There's potential in here. There's a shelf. Will the shelf work? Hold down shift. Or even if we rotate it, like that. I think that's kind of what... Yeah. There we go. There, the little surface to... Yeah, the little detail. You know, set stuff on as you're putting it in and drawing it out of the kiln. And we can even do, they have a whole thing that they just added for interior, interior, this stuff. We can hang that up on the wall. Look at that. Oh, we can actually put it here. Look at that. Move it over a little bit. Actually, nope, that was fine right where it was. And, there we go. Trying not to go too far into the wall. I think that's fine right there. There you go. There's your kiln. Cool. And, I mean, we can hide the, oh, actually, yeah, we can, because we can rotate it. Oops. We can just turn it like that, and that should hide it a little bit better. There we go. There. Now you can still got the bellows, it's sticking out at an angle, that's fine. You can't see the actual forge except for a little bit right there, but that's fine. Awesome. And then I guess we can just put some fire in there. Yes, tiles only have the 4 rotations. Props have the 24. Excellent. Yeah, I think I like it. I like it better that way because yeah, again, rotating the tiles, the actual building tiles, can get really messy if you're able to do that because you'd end up like really off angles sometimes, and yeah, having the grid and only the 4 rotations for the tiles is perfect, I think. Let's see. Library lights. Let's do some flame inside here, just to make it look more like a kiln. There we go. There's your kiln. Oh, we can also do, is it nature? I think it's in nature. Plant, no, mushroom, wait, rock? Is it under rock? No, I don't know where this went. Plant, mushroom, snow, no. Oh, there it is, right at the very end. It's in misc. Misc nature. That's fine. That's actually fitting. So yeah, we just put some of this down here. So it looks like ashes at the bottom of the kiln. And boom bam. Bam bam boom. There's your kiln. Rocking it. And of course it is trapped with the freezing ray trap. Which is fitting. So we will also mark our little, put a little note man. A little note man down there. There we go. Get out of build mode. Name this gentleman. Let's name him something. I don't want to roll a d6. Thank you. Rename. Freeze Ray Trap. Alright, and then we make him small. Boop. And then we hide him. And go into DM view. And we will move him. I don't want to roll. No. Here, let me come out there. Can I move him up here? Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, freeze ray trap. There. You can see it. As a GM, boom. Freeze ray trap from the kiln. Cool beans. Which leads to the question: Is this kiln an illusion, or is it an actual kiln? In which case, where is all that heat going? Is it going up through this chimney? Ooh, that is an interesting prospect. Well, there is the sewer yet. Between this and the level above, there is a level of sewer. So it may or may not actually get to that. Cool. And I think this is as far as this will go. I mean, we're gonna put probably one room beyond here, just like a small one with these two entrances for some reason. Or maybe we put one of them's a closet and one of them is an actual room. Let's say that this one's probably a closet, and then this room will go out and encompass this area here, but this is a closet. And then this is going to be some kind of weird dungeon room, obviously. Ooh, we can actually... Ooh, cool. I just had a cool idea. We can dress this up a little bit. When your players question the physics... yeah, it's a magical kiln. It's a magical kiln. Exactly. Oh man, that is one thing as a DM that I mortify over. I'm just like, oh god, what that would never work. God, what if the players are just like, that's stupid. Why would that work? I mortify over that, and it's weird because I'm actually running a module right now that you can tell the guy who wrote it was in the same mindset. He's a DM. He knows exactly that kind of thinking that you can get stuck in. Oh man, because it's like the dungeon is like an underground fortress built by dwarves, and they have like fireplaces and stuff, but it's all underground, and it's supposed to be a secret, so they can't have chimneys. So the way he explains it in the module is that the chimneys have these like pockets that they're like narrow chimney. They narrow as they reach the surface, and they have pockets to catch some of the smoke as it climbs up, so it doesn't all go out at once. So once it reaches the smoke actually reaches the surface, it's in a very small dispersed amount. And I thought, man, how long did he think about that? To be like, okay, this is how this is going to work. But I completely understand that, and I get it. I get it. That makes sense to me as a DM. Alright, so my idea was to put some of these in here. Let me see. So I do. There we go. That's what we're trying to do. Hold down Shift, and if I hold Alt Control, it'll move here. I think we want it to stick out like that. We don't want to see the plate. There we go. Cool. Another little added question mark for the players. And we can actually do another one just to further add to their misery and their questions. We can do this. Rotate it like that, and we'll move it up. And am I too far up? I might be too far up. Nope, I'm good. This is fine. And we'll move that into the pillar. There. Oh, yeah, that's fine. There you go. We got a couple chains hanging from the pillar. What are those for? I don't know. Are they triggers for something? I don't know. Probably not, but the PCs are going to spend, I don't know, another 20 minutes trying to figure out what they do. They don't do anything. All right. Let's move this down. And let's build the closet. It's literally going to be a closet. So we need just like this. That is how big it is. And in fact, there we go. And I guess we can use one. Oh, wait, we can't use that corner piece. We need a full corner. So that and that and one of these, two of these. Actually, whoa, lost my tile. There we go. There and there. Ta-da! Closet. And the cool thing is we can actually put some shelves in here to make it look like there was stuff stored in here at one time. Or it could just be a cell. I think closet is more a little funnier. So if we go to MISC Interior, we've got a couple options here. Where are the shelves? Is that somewhere else? It might have been somewhere else. Let's see. Containers, camping, furniture. That's where it's shelf. All right. Oh, perfect. This one. A bare shelf. We'll also put a bare bookshelf in here. Alright, so there and right about there. Put a bare shelf. And we'll also put this bookshelf in here. That is completely empty. And how about a broom? How about a broom? Where is the broom? It's under MISC Interior, correct? Yes, it is. And a broom. Just chilling in the corner. Is it a broom of flying? No, it's just a broom. I'll leave that up to you know, whatever DM runs this. Is it a broom of flying? Maybe. Probably not, but there you go. There's a broom. Hey, White Raven, how's it going? We are building in TaleSpire with the new Chimera build, and it's fun. We're able to do some really fun, funky stuff, like rotate tiles the way we wouldn't be able to before, do clipping. There are new wall elements like these chains. Yeah, the shelf here, which is really cool. So yeah, we've been just kind of rolling along, making stuff. We're almost done with this level of the dungeon. To be honest, we're almost done with this level. How many levels this dungeon's going to have, I don't know. But we have a lot of room. Let me go ahead and move my camera down here. We got a lot of room to play with. Whoops, that's too far out. Can't see anything, sir. Yeah, there we go. We have a lot of room to play with. So, and now we're underwater. Yeah, we got all this room under here to play with. You can see there's that cage. You know what? Now that there are the prison tiles, I guess we don't need this cage anymore. But I do like the way it just kind of pops up through the floor. That was a fun way of doing that for. Whoops. There it is. Doing that for that trap. It is kind of tough for me to get to now, so I don't know how practical that is, but hey, you know what? We'll leave it because I like it. And yeah, so yeah, it's coming along. We are here. Oh yeah, what else was in this kiln room? Oh yeah, the graffiti. All right. There's an arrow trap on the west entry. Well, there's only one entry, so this has an arrow trap, I guess. All right. So this room, what do we do? Do we just throw some debris all over the place? Probably. Let's go back in build mode. There we go. And what is it? Is it MISC Interior? No, it is. Food, drink, furniture. Grim? No. Oh, there's Misk Exterior. Aha! It's gonna do some more rubble. And now that we can rotate it like this, and put it wherever we want, not stuck to the grid anymore. We've gone off grid, folks. Gone off grid. Throw one in the corner. Oh, what is it? Oh, this is the basement of the guild house. Right. All right. Here, hold on. Let me cut away a little bit more. There we go. Now we're golden. All right. So yeah, a little bit of rubble. We can throw some of this in here. Just because. I mean, why not? Yeah. And, oh yeah, we don't need to, we can rotate it again any angle we want. Well, 24 different angles. We have many more to choose from now. And on this wall, is it on the south and west walls? The south and west walls are covered with goblin graffiti. So the walls around the kiln are covered in graffiti. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. I'm going to throw this guy over here in the corner. Oops. Let me rotate him a little bit. Rotato. There. Done. And how about some more this? Yeah, I guess that's fine. And we'll throw some more. And overlap. There we go. Let's kind of give it some more character. All right. So we got the little walk-in closet. What's the next room gonna have? For a stone dais sits in the northwest corner of the room, and the south and east walls are covered with scorch marks. Altar of Evil Trap. Oh, and some hidden treasure. Okay, so this room is very interesting. It has 4 shambling mounds. Oof. Okay. Sure. We can do that again. I don't want to keep throwing shambling mounds into this dungeon. Alright. Ooh, there it goes again. When I click back into the program, my right click clicks me to it does a level selection, a level sample. That's the grid sample, whatever you want to call it. But then once I left click, it turns it off. That's weird. And, okay, cool. Making sure I'm on the right level. There we go. Alright, so do we want that to be this room, or do we want it to be the room over here? I would say the room over here, since it sounds very... yeah. Since we already know that this door is going to be concealed by a torture device from this side, I would say, yeah, we can probably make it this room, and we can make it kind of big. Well, not too big. All right, so let's see. I guess copy that, and we will come out this way. And if this room is going to be going off in this direction and going to be about that big, then I guess we can kind of play off that wall and come out that far. Ooh, but not too far. Oops. Okay, there we go. I guess we come out only to there. Oops. There we go. And then click and drag that over. And give me another corner piece. Nope. Nope. One of these. Yes, that one. Thank you. and put that there. And right there. And there we go. I mean, we could potentially put another room over here. I mean, sure. Let's say this is going to be a door, just so we make it nice and tucked over here in the most economic way possible. All right, so that's that, and we also want to put one of these there. Calabanana. Goodness, already up to room 33. Yeah, we are moving along at a good clip. Welcome to the stream. We are exploring TaleSpire's new features, the arbitrary placement of props and angles. We can use angles. New controls. There are some new controls. I'm still getting used to them. And a couple new little props to use, actually. In miscellaneous interior, where is it? Food and drink? You got all this cool stuff now. You can do individual bottles, and you can rotate them however you want, and place them wherever you want. It's bananas. It's bedlam. I can't live at this speed. I can. No, I can and will. Alright, back into here. We're still in build mode. Let me go into our quick bar. Let me collapse this real quick. And use our floor to draw. Whoops. There we go. Oh, I guess we can. Nah, that's fine. We have these in our quick bar as well. And boop. Alright, that is this room. Ooh, Squeaks Gaming 2002 with a Prime sub. Thank you so much. To clarify, some things such as food drink was moved from the table to their own prop. Yes, cool. Yeah, I noticed that they used to be parts of other props like this thing right here. This table that had a jug and all this stuff on it. And now if you go into food and drink, you can see the pie is its own thing. You can place it wherever you want. The jug, there it is. You can place that wherever you want. And where's the other pie? The other pie is right here. Yeah, I think the pies were their own thing before, but they were also part of this tile. But the pies before took up a whole space. Now you can put them wherever you want. They don't have to sit in the middle of a space like that anymore. You can now just put them wherever the frick you want, which is awesome. Oh, and there's this thing. This thing is right there. This one is newly removed from this tile and separated, which is kind of neat. Very, very cool. Very neat. Alright, so this is a secret door. I will mark that later as I am in the middle of this. So we go into Grim, and we get to pick a torture device to merge with this wall. As a secret door. I like this torture stool. It's nice. It's compact. It's ridiculous. It's kind of terrifying. Let's rotate it a little bit. There we go. So we can kind of set it into there. So there it moves as this wall and this stool move as one piece. How the door opens, I will leave up to the DM's discretion. What is the mechanism that opens that door? Ugh. Oh, also, this little added level of ugh. How about we put that on the wall right here. We gotta hold down shift. There we go, and then Alt or Control to go up. Go up to there, and then shift to kind of merge it with the wall. Boop. There we go. Terrifying. Terrifying. I hate it. Alright, cool. So, good. Let's see. What is in this room? What was in this room again? A stone dais sits in the northwest corner of the room, and the south and east walls are covered with scorch marks. Oh, cool. So Stone Dais northwest corner. Northwest corner is over here, right where we have the secret door. Perfect! They have to get past the dais that is blasting fire at them to get to the secret door. Perfect! That works out real well. Let's see, Stone Dais. How do we want to do Stone Dais? We can just use some building stuff. Oh, I know. I know what we can use. I think. No, I know what we can use. We can use the desert stuff, which is in here. Desert Village. We can use these half, or just this half tile. You can just merge it right there. It kind of works. Or, hear me out. Could we do this? Actually, hold on. Do that. We're going to dip it into the floor a little bit. There we go. And then we're also going to use these to merge it into the wall like that. And I need two of these, I guess. Yeah, that. There we go. Perfect. Like that. And then for that corner, I would say we use the same thing, just flip it that way. Whoa, is that right? Yep. Cool. There we go. There's your Stone Dais. It's poking out of the wall there, but hey, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't look at it. My suggestion, just ignore it. Alright, so Stone Dais there in the corner. Cool. We also have a potential fiery trap. Cool. We are definitely doing that. Into props. Into interior? Misc interior. Yes, there it is. Our good old stone. And actually it said there was a altar of evil. So yeah, this is the altar of evil. It stands on the Stone Dais. That is what that is the deal. That is how this happens. So there, altar of evil. Fun. This is still a secret door. So that's fine. So, altar of evil that is also shooting fire at the players. So we will do this. Let's go ahead and grab this guy and throw it into here. Alright, there. There we go. Yeah. How about a little fire scarecrow? Alright, no thanks. I had a big breakfast, is the proper response to that. So scorch marks over here, and that's why. Probably also, good creatures within 20 feet. Oh my god. Save DC 17 or take 18d10 damage. I guess it would be radiant or necrotic. Necrotic damage, probably. Although radiant can be used, if it's an evil god, but it's most likely radiant. Or necrotic, sorry. Hidden treasure. Where is the treasure hidden? That's a good question. I would say probably in the altar. That's the easiest answer. Alright, so if that's the case, let's see here. What do we have for containers? Is it in containers or where are the chests at? They're their own thing now? Let's see. Furniture. Is it furniture? No. Misc interior? Nope. It's weird. Oh, traps and treasure. There they are. Now it makes sense. Alright, so we have a chest. Let's see. Put it here. Or we could just leave it here. it would, and we can potentially hide it. Although that is a tricky angle. we are going to try to hide that. All right, let's do it. I'm up to the challenge. And we'll hide this, and then we'll go to our second ad break. And we'll be back for more of this. But here, so to hide it, go into DM View, activate your Edit Hide Volumes, create Hide Volume, and using the grid as your bestest friend, your bestest buddy in the world, click where you want to start, and then click and drag out, and then either up or down, and that will create your hide volume. And if you did it correctly, which I did not, you will create a hide volume. All right, let's try that again. I think maybe I'm clicking on top of the chest. All right, so let's try it again. Click out, and then I'll try going down a little bit. Oh wow, I was way up there. Nope, that's not right. Tell you what, let's take our ad break, and when we come back, we'll try to tackle this this hide volume again. See if we can get it to do what we want. Be right back. Yo, what up? We're back here, building stuff in TaleSpire. We're building this dungeon. What we're doing here today, Bob, is we're trying to build an abandoned dungeon beneath a fortress that used to be inhabited by bandits. What we want to do here is make sure that the traps are deadly enough to deter most creatures, but it makes sense for players to be able to face them without too much fear of dying. That was my This Old House impression. I apologize. Oh, we accidentally got the thing. Actually, what we're actually trying to do here is hide this chest. So, hold on. Again, we got the... Hold on. Oh, I hit Control Z and I undid the placement of the chest. You know what? Let's put the chest somewhere else. 18 D10 damage. Hey, they're level 12. So, I mean, a DC 17 save isn't beyond the realm of possible. I'm currently running a 14th level campaign, and they make their saves left and right. I mean, if I'm lucky, one will fail. If I'm lucky. And one character will go down for a second, because then someone else immediately brings them up. That's the thing. You gotta just, you ping them, don't get them all at once. If you get them all at once, that's bad. If you can get one or two at a time, that puts the fear of God into them, and then they're like, ah! And that's enough. That's really all you need. You don't need no TPKs. No. Just enough to make them think, oh God. That's the goal. That's how you do it. At least it's not half the yes. On a success, it's nothing. So that's even better. If they make their save, they're completely fine. All right, I got a thing for this. So hidden chest. I have another. We're gonna do a little bit. Let me close that. So we don't have to do a hide volume. I think it's just not working because it's so close to this chest. Normally it would be fine, but because it's so close to this pillar or this altar, it's throwing everything off. So we will work around that in the best way possible. Build mode. That would help. There we go. And go into here, and then we're going to go into Castle Ruins, and then we're going to go get this guy, and we are going to use clipping to clip him into here. And there you go. You got yourself a little kind of shelf. And just to make things symmetrical, we're going to put one over here as well. Boop. Done. We could clip it into the floor too, but I think this is fine. Now that I say it, I think I maybe want to. Why'd I have to go and say it? Now I want to do it. Oh God. Okay, let's just do this. I'm looking everywhere except where that tool actually is. All right, here we go. So now we take this, drop it right there. And then flip one, move it over here, clip into the floor. There you go. There you go. Flanked by those things. Excellent. And because of that, I guess we can split this treasure up into 2 chests, right? We can say, is it an illusion? Are they concealed in stone? Do they pop out of what's the word I'm looking for? Cavities in these walls, the chests, or are they just like, do they just appear? Let's say they just appear on these things. They're not hidden with invisibility. They're not hidden in stone or anything. If you destroy this altar, they just appear. That's kind of cool. Like it's a conjuration, not an illusion. And if the PCs are like, well, I detect magic. Okay, you sense overwhelming necrotic, or it'll probably be radiant, or evocation, right? Evocation magic from this altar. And it's kind of hiding the very faint conjuration magic that's on these 2 little shelves. I'd say that if they get a really good Arcana check coupled with their detect magic, then they have a chance of also seeing the very faint conjuration. Let's see, where? It's under doors. Nope, chests. Chests are under this, and then under traps and treasure. We're already there. We are already there. So let's rotate that. So the props also still rotate with the middle click. So you can still do that if you just want the right angles. If you hold on Alt, it gives you this option to rotate it 24 different degrees of rotation, which is phenomenal. So much fun. So we'll do that, and then we'll do that. And there you go. 2 chests. So now we just have to hide those. That's going to be a little easier. I say, fully expecting it to be a shit show. But no, it should be fine. Let's just click there. Right. Cool. Then we go into DM view. Sure. And then edit a hide volume. And then click and drag and up. Hidden. Done. And I didn't hide the shelf beneath it. That's the important part. And then again, click and drag. And then up. Hidden. Done. There you go. They look wonky, but hey, that's fine. And then you can toggle the visibility, whether they appear or disappear. Done and done. You get out of DM view. Perfect. So we could say it does radiant damage, the altar, because that would explain the scorch marks, right? It's just beams of radiance just shining out from there. Or you could just say it's radiant and necrotic. Multi-type damage. Players love that. It's like, but I have resistance to necrotic. It's both, so I'm sorry. It doesn't do it. Oh, they love it. It's their favorite thing. Alright, cool. So that's that room. We can probably dress it up with a little bit of debris. I don't want to make that like a trope in this dungeon, but hey, you know what? I think we're going to do it just because I like the way it looks. So it's under Misc Exterior. There it is. I'm learning the new menu breakdown, and I like it. And then the Azamar laughs. Exactly. Oh, it's radiant and necrotic? Oh, that's a shame. Sorry, guys. I promise I'll heal you. I promise I'll heal you when you all fall unconscious. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to get hurt, but definitely less than you guys. Alright, I think that's good. I think if we leave it right about there, I think for debris, I think we're good. Alright, and so we have the secret door here. Let's go ahead and mark that. Let's go ahead and get our marker down for that. Where's a little marker, man? There we go. And get out of build mode. And then we want to GM's tools, make him small. And then rename him Hidden Door, or Secret Door. Secret Door. And move him, I could move him up here. Actually, you know what? Oh, Oops, almost lost him. But, whoa, huh. I guess there's something above that. Or no, actually, is it? Okay, I see. He's just getting hidden by that thing. All right, so we'll just put him right here. Boop. And then we will hide him. Boop. And then that'll show us that that is the secret door. And I hope that is the secret door, because it might be the one next to it. It is the one next to it. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We're just going to go into here and move him over one. There's the secret door. Always double check. There we go. Alright, then we gotta scroll this down. There. Alright. And yeah, even though we can't see him, the text is still popping. Alright, cool. So this next room, I think we are going to make it kind of pop off of here right at the secret door, and then kind of encompass this whole area. Well, at least like out to here and then over, I think. So like, I don't know, there and there, and then I'm also using this part of the dungeon. Or I suppose we could reinforce that wall like we did here. In fact, here we can do this. Oops. Is that not? Oh, it isn't. That is not at the level we want. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. There we go. Super triple thick wall. And we'll do a super double thick wall here. So we want to do... Yeah, we can just use these. And get my sample height there. And grab this gentleman and do that. Don't really have to do much else there, but we will. There we go. Okay, we'll do this. All right. Cool, and there. There. Cool. There we are. Where is... corner piece. Got it. Flooring. Well, let's see what this room is. Maybe the flooring is something fancy. We'll find out. Show acrobat, please. There we go. And show me acrobat. I have to bring it forward. I got a bunch of windows in front of it. Okay, so we got that room with all the treasure. Fun. Someone has scrawled, "Don't sleep" on the west wall as a thumping sound fills the room. It's kind of boring. Ceiling is covered with bloodstains and several pieces of rotten bread are scattered throughout the room. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Alright, cool. So it only has one door, and it's secret. I don't want to make it trapped too. That's just too much. It's too much. We're just gonna make it the secret door that's already here behind the altar. Oops, oh, there's my cursor. Yeah, this is the secret door. It's just secret. It's not trapped. It's already that room. The room over here is already bad enough. We don't need more. We don't want the players to table flip and run away. All right. So the ceiling is covered with blood stains and several pieces of rotten bread are scattered throughout the room. Bread we can do. Bread we can now 100% do, which is part of the reason that I want to do this room. To use these new tokens that we now have available to us. The floor, do we want to do something different? I think we can, let's use the Castle Ruins floor. I like the Castle Ruins flooring. I think it's my favorite. Let's see. Castle Ruins, this guy. This is my favorite flooring in the game. In this, oops, that was a mistake. There we go. In TaleSpire. And just do that. And then the rest is just this. There we go. Cool. Alright. almost a heart-shaped room, kind of. If we laminate this wall, yeah, let's do it. Let's just make it heart-shaped wall, our tribute to Nirvana, or heart-shaped room, heart-shaped box, whatever. Our tribute to Nirvana. It's a little off, but it's fine. There you go. And let's see. If we do bread, we have to do rotten bread all throughout the room. A, why? B, why is there blood on the ceiling? We can do carrion crawlers, right? That's not a stretch. I'd say carrion crawlers is probably a good thing for this room. That's why there's blood on the ceiling. That's where they go up and eat. Well, then there would also be blood on the floor. Because gravity. Unless this room has a reverse gravity trap to it. That could be interesting. And then the carrion crawlers, it doesn't matter because they have spider climb. So they can get anywhere they want in the room. And the PCs are, let's say, like once they reach a certain point, they have to make a dex save or take falling, quote unquote, falling damage as they fall on the ceiling, which is what, 2d6 technically, because it's only what, 15 feet. I mean, we could make this room taller, just to make it worse. Oh my god, you get me thinking about stuff now. Yeah, sure, we can make it taller. The room has a bending gravity plane, like more advanced Spelljammer. Nice, yes. I never played Spelljammer, but I have read a few Spelljammer short stories that I liked. Whoa, okay, we need to bring our thing. Oh, well, no, we can't. We can't make the room taller because the basement of the tavern is right there. Good to know. Good to know. So yeah, I mean, it's what? It's 10 feet, 10-foot ceiling, maybe, maybe 12. That's fine. Let me make sure I'm at the right. There we go. All right. Could make the room deeper. I could. Good point, Kella Banana. We will make the room deeper. Let's do that. And the fun way to do that now is that all we have to do is select this and then woo, do that. And just drop it down. No need to have to replace the tiles, move the grid, all that. You can just do this. Super simple. Make sure I'm moving everything to the right level. There we go. This is one of the cool new features with the Chimera Build. I just hold down control, yeah, and click on the tile I want, and then just, move my mouse up or down. And the tile abides. The tile abides. I don't know about you, but I take comfort in that. Oh boy. Whoop. Okay. Overall, this is taking far less time than it would take to have to replace everything. There we go. Whoop. Go in there, and also, there. And these. And I don't know if we have hit exactly 10 feet deeper, but you know what? Yeah, it looks like maybe half that, but that's fine. The easy way to tell, I guess, which is what we probably should have done first, is just this, right? And that would have been our measurement. Oops. Probably should have done it that way to begin with, but I not smart. I dumb, and I do dumb thing. Whoa. Sorry, my mouse is very sensitive. And I don't know how to change it. I have an optical mouse that I got from Cyber Power when I got my new PC, and I think it's slightly broken, the mouse, because I can't change the LED light on it. So I think I need to get a new one. It was actually surprisingly inexpensive. Like $30. I mean, other than that, it's a pretty good mouse. It is a wired mouse, which I am surprised. I'm so used to wireless mices. Who pieces? Whoa, whoa, too far. There we go. So yeah, it was really cool to get to talk to Satine Phoenix yesterday a little bit. She is super nice person. And I also talked to Renee Rhodes a little. I am not overly familiar with her work, but she is also super nice. There we go. And it was just great to be able to help out with that discussion panel. It was really, really awesome, a great opportunity. Oh. Okay. We got there, I think. I think we're good. We're level with one more, we can do one more layer of wall. And we can build upon the floor that we've created here with more wall, which is what we're going to do. So we just do that, clip into that, and then just move over to here. And then clip into this, and do that. And clip into here. And keep in mind that we need stairs at a certain point. We will need stairs. Actually, do we want to do that this way? Like, just along this edge. Ooh, we actually have to move our grid. Move it there. Okay. Yep. There. And we can actually clip into that and do that. I think, did I not? Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, shoot. Oh, it reset. Weird. All right. There we go. Yeah, the grid jumped and then it reset. That's weird. All right. So I think that's what we're going to do for these walls that have other rooms adjacent. We're just going to use the thing that we just did, which will make it so much easier to work with. All right. So grabbing that, flipping it, and sticking on the grid. Ooh, is that right? Yeah, that's fine. around, zoom out a little bit. And I guess just to fill in the gap, we'll just put one there and one over here. Yeah. There we go. There. It is a pit of a room. And we also will be putting stairs. Let's see, we'll do that, and then a block, and then once again a that. Whoop, there we go. Wait, that doesn't work. There we go. Now it works. Perfect. Alright, so yeah, this door opens, and then you go down the steps, and fun times ensue. Everyone has a good time. Has a good time. And go ahead and grab. Oops, didn't want that. Where's the? Oh, I guess I don't have any placed. That's all right. I have my quick bar for a reason. Is that level? It is. Sweet. Hooray for planning ahead. Whoa! That whoa. That is not where I wanted to place that at all. Oh, okay, that's fine. For some reason I thought it was going to do 2 rows of it. It looked like it was going to do 2 rows. Alright, well. Yeah, cool. There you go. Deep room with carrion crawlers and blood and rotten bread. Right. Oh, here, let me interface with y'all. Hey! Okay. Rotten bread. Let's see. That would be in this. And we can actually type in bread. Hey, there we go. We have 2 options. And we're going to use them. And the good thing is that we can just kind of scatter them around in arbitrary angles. Oh, that one didn't place for some reason. There we go. If this is beneath the tavern, I think I know. Yeah! This is 100% beneath the tavern. There it is. There's the tavern basement. We can actually put like a hole, or if we have like a damaged tile, we can kind of tuck it underneath one of these shelves, and we can say that the carrion crawlers are like slowly picking away at the wall and managing to grab some of the bread or some of the grain and making their own bread. No, and and you know, bringing it down here. Oh, these we don't really necessarily have to rotate. They are round. And that, and bread, and bread, and bread, and bread, and bread. And you know what else? We will also... where is it? Misc interior? Misc exterior. Yeah, this guy. We're going to do this too. There's some broken boxes, or broken crates amongst the debris. Some over here, and some more right here. Why not? Is that stacked? It is stacked on there. I don't want it to be stacked. Almost. There it is. That's what we want. You gotta hold down Shift and Alt. Shift, then Alt. Shift and Alt. There we go. Alright. And also want to throw down some grain sacks, which I think are in containers? Yes, containers. So sack. We have options, several options. We're going to do the spilled one, a couple, just like a couple here and there. So this could also be an adventure hook. The tavern owner wants to find out how some of his shipments of grain and bread have been going missing from his cellar, and they find out that it's from here. But it's weird with the gravity. Wouldn't these be on the ceiling? So maybe it's not gravity. Maybe it's not a gravity. Well, maybe it's just that the carrion crawlers are messy. I don't know. So there's probably also blood on the floor. To be fair. And maybe the blood is from someone who's gone missing, who's gone down into the tavern cellar and did not come back. So, cool. That works. Carrion crawlers. Do we have a suitable mini for that? Probably. We go into monsters. Oh, first we go into those monstrous. What do we got? We got this thing, which is kind of close. This thing, which we could finagle into a carrion crawler, I guess. Yeah, I think that might be the closest thing. This weird plant thing. Or this, which we could change the size of it. That's not a problem. I'm not worried about that. What else? We have orc, undead, giants. No, there's nothing in there. Beast? Anything? Any insect? Oh, yeah, centipedes. Perfect. We can just make them big. Done and done. GM tools. Set size. Large. Whoa. I accidentally clicked on 3 dice. That's okay. Alright, so let's move this guy over here. And I don't know what what is the proper number of carrion crawlers for a 12th level party. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of carrion crawlers. Spoilers. Let's just see. Let's see. Let me here. I got a window open for D&D Beyond. And let's go into collections, my encounters. I'm just gonna make a new encounter with no. I have so many freaking campaigns going right now. So we said this was a level 12 dungeon. So we'll say 5 level 12 characters. And we're looking for Carrion Crawler. Oh my gosh, they're CR2. So we're already, it's not great. Our other option is a reduced threat Carrion Crawler. It's not what we want. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At 7, it becomes an easy counter. 8, 9, 10. At 10, it becomes medium. 11, 12. At 12, it becomes hard. 12 large carrion crawlers in this room. There's not going to be any room for the PCs. Yeah. Yeah, they can take on 1 or 2 each. So yeah. With 12, that's 3 each. Yikes. Yeah. I mean, we can say that we can do that. I mean, we can probably fit 12 in here. Maybe. I think we can put some up along the walls too. So we can use the depth as well as the height and width to our advantage. I think at a certain level, we also have to consider whether the tavern can survive that many. Exactly. Well, right now they can't get in there. All they can do is like reach in and grab a few things, like crates, and maybe one person who's unlucky enough to reach down into the hole, which is probably what happened. So they have been eating bread, and they found one person, and now they're getting antsy. So that could be a way down in this dungeon. So I will go ahead and put a bunch more giant centipedes down here. There he is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 1 big and plus babies. Yeah. Yes, I like that. That's a very good idea. Gazal 1, thank you. Yeah, I think that actually works out very well. So we'll do one big one, and then a bunch of babies who maybe aren't quite CR. So maybe it ends up being in the end an easy encounter or a medium encounter, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be deadly or hard. So yeah, we'll say one mama, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll say 8 babies. 8 wee bairns of carrion crawlers. They're bairns. they're big carrion crawlers. Pupa, whatever you want to call them. But you know, old enough to actually have the dangerous bits. Like, and also we have to consider carrion crawlers can paralyze. What's the DC? The DC is 13. They're gonna make it. The DCs are gonna make it. It's a DC 13 con save. They're gonna make it more than half the time. But you know, law of averages. You have so many. After a certain number of attempts, 1 or 2 are gonna hit. They're poisoned for 1 minute. Okay, until the poison ends, the target is paralyzed. Yep, and they can repeat the saving throw at the end of each routine. So it's not the end of the world. If they become paralyzed, they lose a turn, maybe, and then after that they can, you know, try again, and they'll likely get it again. It's likely that they'll make their save. At level 12, a DC 13 con save, unless con was your dump stat, you're gonna be okay. If they're 12th level party, they should have some way to just flood the room with fireball. Exactly. Yeah. So it's not a matter of difficulty. It's just tactics. If your party is thinking, period, and thought. If your party is thinking, they can handle this. No problem. All right. Cool. So that's that. That's that room. That turned out pretty cool. Is there like a way that there's probably an alternative entrance or exit to this room that the carrion crawler can move through, and maybe it's along here. Maybe it can get out to the outer world, and that's and like through this wall, perhaps, or maybe it's in this corner where it's just like it's a loose brick or a couple loose bricks that it managed to shimmy through, and then some cracks that it could kind of crawl through and get in, and that's how it's in here, and how it hasn't starved completely, because it can still go out and get stuff. It's just you know, content to steal bread for now and feed its young, and that's why it's in here, to make the nest. So good idea with the nest. Thank you. Good idea. Alright, so that was that room. That's kind of neat. I like it. Very cool. And they have dark vision, just double checking. Yes, 60 feet. It's usually a 50-50. It's not even 50. It's like 60-40, whether or not a monster in D&D has dark vision. Usually they do. Alright. Cool. So now we get this room over here. And that we will probably have to do next time, because we're about to wrap up our stream. Man, oh man, we did a lot here, and the new features, I gotta say, are awesome. Pretty dope. Thanks everyone for stopping by and watching. That was real cool. Thank you, and all the collaborative input and all of the help. Thank you, Gazal1 and Calabanana. Very thoughtful and much appreciated. So yeah, this is where we usually end the stream for Tuesday. Awesome. So yeah, if you are looking for a game of Dungeons and Dragons to play monthly, I run this build so far. Jeez, what episode am I on? I think I'm on like episode. Oh, I can check real quick. Hold on. Let me bring up my Twitch here on here and go to my channel. Yep, there. Go to my channel and go to my videos. And which one am I on right now for TaleSpire? Whoa, TaleSpire. past broadcasts. There we go. We are on... This is episode 24. So 3 hours an episode times 24 is 72 hours of, of building. Whoa. Yeah, 72 hours. Yeah, it's been a blast though. It's a lot of fun. It's just 3 straight days of nonstop building. Whew, baby. So yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by and checking it out. Here, I'll zoom out so you can see the thing as a whole. Let me get there we go. And we still have some floating tokens, but that's fine. I'll go in and put them back where they're supposed to be in between streams. That's gonna take a second to get them back where I want them. So we'll do that in between the stream. For now, they're having a Quidditch match over there in the background. It's all right. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I run 2 monthly games of D&D through Eventbrite using Roll20 and D&D Beyond. Tickets are around $18. You can head over and check that out. The ticket gets you a seat at the table and a greater healing potion to use in-game for your character. They are dungeon crawls, so if you can't make it 1 month, you won't miss much story. You just kind of, pick it up when you can. It's mostly kick in the door, fight the monster. Rinse, repeat, with a little tiny bit of story mixed in just to keep it interesting. Mostly it's just high stakes because the monsters are difficult. And interesting. I try to make interesting encounters where the monsters synergize a little bit in a very detrimental way to the PCs. That's just how I roll. So if you have like a 6th level character build that you're wanting to try out, get a ticket, stop on by, try it out. I mean, you won't get any magic items per se, but and everything else is fine. And hey, your character might find a magic item in the interim. They do exist. But yeah, it's a fun time. We got a regular group on Tuesday, so if Tuesday works better for your schedule, definitely hop on that as fast as you can because those tickets are almost gone. I mean, this is next week for this month. Next Sunday and next Tuesday are my games for this month. So if you're interested, check that out quick. Sunday afternoon is when that is. That's 2 to 6 Central U.S. time. Sunday. That is coming up, and that game tends to have a few seats open. So if Sunday works best for you, check that out. And there are 2 different campaigns. The Sunday campaign is actually Keep on the Borderlands, so that's fun. And the Tuesday game is a Spine of the World thing. It started as a one-shot thing, and the setting was near the Spine of the World, so I just called it Spine of the World. It's a little town. It's near a little town near the Spine of the World in Forgotten Realms. So yeah, if Tuesday works better for you, definitely check that out as fast as you can because those tickets get snatched up by the regulars real quick. And if I need to add another ticket for the regulars, I will. It's usually a group of 6, but I'm willing to go to 8. It's not ideal, but I'm willing to go to 8 if we get enough interest. And if we get super amounts of interest, I'm gonna create a new monthly game. That's on another day. That's just how it's gonna have to work. Or just different alternating Sunday or Tuesday games, like another Sunday game or another Tuesday game on a different week of the month. That probably works a little bit better for me. So yeah, aside from that, if you're looking for a non-D&D game to play with your friends and family over video chat, check out tourguidegames.com. They offer on-demand, professionally led TTRPGs for you, your friends, your family, your dog. You can get your dog to play. They're that easy to learn how to play. Stabby Rogue with the new emote. Thank you. And they're very easy games to pick up and play, like the Grant Hewitt one sheet games, like Honey Heist and Guild of Orpheus. Those are 2 games that we're toying around with right now and working with to get to be a consistent play feel and consistent from tour guide to tour guide, and playing consistency. All Out of Bubblegum, Project Ninja Panda Taco, Lasers and Feelings, Time and Temp, Fiasco, any of those games, if you want to play those over video chat with your friends and family, get your game night reinvigorated during the pandemic, so you don't have to break quarantine or risk contamination if you have parents who are immunocompromised and you don't want to risk getting them sick in case you maybe have had it or been near someone who has it, it's a great way around that and a good way to interface with them. It's simple enough. It's through a video chat website called Jitsi. So when you buy the tickets and get the event set up, you just sent a link in your email, and all you have to do is click on the link to the Jitsi thing, and it'll take you there. And all you have to do is have a camera and a mic, and you're set. And most computers have that. Laptops are perfect too. And it's probably a good idea to also have headphones, which is typical video chat etiquette. In my opinion, headphones are a big must just to reduce echo. So yeah, check out tourguidegames.com. They can hook you up if you're looking to have a cool game night. Aside from that, everyone, please stay safe. Wear a mask, wash your hands, don't touch your face. The mask goes over your nose. Just be excellent to each other. And we'll catch you next time. We'll be back on Thursday for some Final Fantasy VI. Continuing to play that through. Same time next week. On Thursday, we're going to be noon Central U.S. time, starting that. And then 5 hours after that wraps, we wrap around the same time. We're playing more Paper Mario, the Origami King, and continuing that. That game is so much fun, and it's just gorgeous. This is a good-looking game. It's a good-looking game. So stop on by and check that out if you're interested. And then Saturday, we'll be back for Skyrim. Continuing that. So awesome, guys, thanks so much, and again, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching. Click on the bell to get alerted to new video uploads, and be sure to hit the like if you really like this. Also, you can check out some of my other videos right over here.